Good afternoon, boys and girls. I hope everybody's doing well. We're still missing y'all, but we're here and we're going to have a great lesson. Today, we're going to focus on sedimentary rocks. Woo! So, last week we focused on renewable and non-renewable resources. And now we're going to shift our focus onto non-renewable resources. So, oil, coal, and natural gas. We call those our fossil fuels. And we find our fossil fuels in rocks, specifically sedimentary rocks. So what we're going to talk about is how those sedimentary rocks are made. It's a 5-step process. So make sure you have something to take notes with. Make sure you have something to write all this exciting, breathtaking, like mind-exploding information down with. Get a pencil, get a piece of paper, and when you're ready, let's go. So, sedimentary rocks are rocks that are formed when sediment, so gravel, pebbles, sand, dirt, smaller rocks, are deposited and compacted and cemented over time. So, in order for sedimentary rocks to be formed, they have to go through a 5-step process, which is what we're going to be going a little bit more in depth in this lesson, and that's what your assignment's going to be on. So, the first 3 steps you all are very familiar with: weathering, erosion, and deposition. Remember, that's when water, ice, or wind breaks material. So here we have a picture of ice breaking up a rock by putting cracks into it. Then the water, wind, or ice erodes the material, so it moves it, it takes it away. So here we have a picture of a river moving away sediment, and then finally it's deposited, deposition. That is when the water, wind, or ice drops the sediment. So here, for number 3, we have a picture of sediment being pushed and becoming part of the bottom of that river that it was just being moved along earlier. So those are the first 3 steps: weathering, erosion, and deposition. And that's all stuff we discussed in class before we went on break. Then we have our final 2 steps. Compaction, that's when you add pressure to something. So think about that cereal lab we did with Miss Lightfoot, when she had you guys put different types of cereals and then compact them. You crushed them, you pushed them all together, and they ended up forming different layers. So you see here, we only have 1 piece of sediment left, and the rest have all been compacted into these 3 different layers. Finally, once that's done, once they're all pushed together and they stop being compacted as much, we have cementation. And that's when minerals seal together the rock to help it become one solid rock. So here they're being pushed together, but they still aren't fully glued, you know? At this point, it's like if you added glue to your cereals. So even though there's different layers, they're all being glued together. And now you have a final product, which is your sedimentary rock. So notice how you can tell the different layers apart here. You can tell there's 4 different layers, and there's even some material that hasn't been fully crushed yet. Okay, so that was our lesson on sedimentary rocks. Remember, sedimentary rocks are where we find our fossil fuels: oil, coal, and natural gas. Sedimentary rocks take millions of years to form, and they're made up of different layers. That's why whenever you see pictures of sedimentary rocks, like on my anchor chart, you're going to see different layers. I show that by different colors. So that's why if you look at the anchor chart, at the very last picture where cementation is taking place, you're going to see 4 different colors, each one representing a different layer that's part of the sedimentary rock. Okay, that was today's lesson. Make sure you take notes. If you need to, go back and rewatch it. And you're going to have a brief assignment on sedimentary rocks and how they're formed due in a couple days. So I expect all of you to hand it in. Hope you'll have a good weekend. I hope you get to relax, play video games, do something fun outside, cuddle with your dog, your cat, your duck, whatever you got, okay? Anyways, it was nice talking to you all. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you in a couple days. Have a good weekend, boys and girls.